All right, cool. And then all the cameras are rolling right now?
Yeah, we're live.
All right, bet. All right, 3, 2. Yo, what's up, guys? Just introducing you guys here to the new Soul ShakeDown podcast. I'm here with Bryce Givaens and Hugo Deluxe.
Yeah.
Local 760 natives. We're here with some of the greatest and some of the best, all the videographers of San Diego right now. And I just appreciate you guys stopping by. This is going to be our new podcast right here. We're just here kicking it at the studio. This is more of just an introduction, you know what I mean, to who we are as people and what we're planning on bringing to the studio. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Tell me a little bit about you guys real quick.
All right, so my name's Givaens, or Bryce. You can call me either or. I'm based right out here in 760. I grew up in San Diego. I've kind of traveled around like throughout the States a little bit, but mostly based here. I keep coming back. I find San Diego is my home.
Yep.
I'm a videographer, photographer, creative director, whatever you want to call it. I love, taking brands from the whole process, not just doing some photos and videos, but, I'm really focused on branding and marketing in a lot of these businesses and stuff I work with.
Yes, sir. What about you?
Shit, man. If you don't know the name, bro, it's Big Hugo Deluxe. Straight out of Escondido. I mean, I started off rapping, but now I'm throwing shows and shit too,
Yes, sir.
Slowly and trying to grow as much as possible as an artist, as a creative, and just be on a professional level, take it to the next level and shit,
Yeah, let's speak on that actually a little bit, because you've been throwing, I mean, how many shows have you thrown now?
Sheesh. I mean, if I want to count them all, shit, maybe like 15, 20 around there, like a little.
And I would say close to like 5 artists each show now. I would say.
Yeah, around there. I did the math actually last night, and I booked already 40 plus like local artists and groups.
That's beautiful, man. I mean, you know me. I used to do my shows back in the day.
Yeah, those shows were fucking legendary.
The Thursday night sessions back at the warehouse. That was a fun night. I mean, that was just a warehouse. I mean, we used to just they sold weed there. We smoked a bunch.
Man, I remember those days, bro.
Yeah, that was a good time. But what you're on is different, and I fuck with it. And,
thank you, appreciate that.
And I want to give you your flowers right now.
Thank you.
Everyone in this room is really doing their part for putting together for the community. You know what I mean? And that's really what the biggest thing about this podcast is. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to just shine light on everyone that's doing their part.
Yeah.
And I want to shine light on everyone that's just putting in hard work, even if we're not getting paid for it. I mean, there's many times when.
Shit, bro, that's the time.
You know what I mean? We're not getting paid day to day. There's many times when we're not getting paid to work the hardest. We're not getting paid to work on our biggest projects. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, these are opportunities sometimes, and sometimes we gotta take some stuff on the chin, and we gotta win as a collective and as a group, and use that to get bigger and bigger projects. So yeah, bro, I definitely give you your flowers for throwing your shows.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, bro. Shit, and to touch back on those shows that you were throwing, man, those were fucking crazy. It was like fucking every fucking week. It was 5 new artists, 6 new artists.
Yeah, I was doing every Thursday night and 7 artists a night.
Yep.
And it was cool because I was running the studio, so it cross-correlated, you know what I mean? I was able to use that.
Yeah, but that shit worked out perfectly because all the people that were like performing there are coming here now as clients and shit, which is dope.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I want to get back into running more shows like that.
I wish I could have gone and seen those shows. I didn't know you guys at that time. I wasn't a part of that. I was working doing sports, like photography and videography, so I was not in the world of music at all. I'm still learning a lot of this stuff.
Okay.
And so it's crazy to see you've been in it for your entire life.
Yeah, man.
Touch a little bit on that. What's your little history on music and running the studio, opening it in the garage?
I've been doing music for 14 years plus. I'd say almost 15 years. No classes or nothing. It all started through skateboarding. I was a sponsored skateboarder and stuff, and I met some people that also made music, and then we all played guitar and shit, and then I ended up picking up the bass guitar and played bass in the band for 8 years.
Fire.
Ended up quitting the band, and then just starting the studio in the garage, and then that's how I met Hugo. Was running the studio in the garage. I was charging $10 an hour.
That was crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, I was charging 10.
Yeah, so I was in there for 5 hours, 6 hours.
Hugo said $10 an hour.
Say less.
Jakob,
let's go.
I'm with it. But yeah, man, I was charging $10 an hour just because I needed work. You know what I mean? I was just trying to work on songs. I was just trying to get stuff together, and I was just trying to work with artists and create a community. And I was really working at the restaurant still at the same time. So I was working at the restaurant.
Oh, that's right, bro. You were working at a restaurant,
yeah,
huh?
I was a cook for 6 years.
Chef, man.
On
Okay.
the floor scrubbing.
Bro, cleaning. I was at the restaurant 6 a.m. cleaning a fryer, and then getting out at 2, going home, passing out for an hour, waking up, studio sessions till 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. And then waking right up.
That garage got hot, huh?
That garage was the worst.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing for sure. That garage got hot.
That garage was
and then
worst,
on top of
bro.
that, bro, it was
That
super
garage
cool
was the
because like it was
worst,
a 420 friendly garage.
Yeah.
So it was just
We
smoky,
were just smoking in there
smoking,
nonstop.
just
yeah.
super
Sweating.
moist in that bitch.
That shit was the worst. And there was no AC. The only way you're getting air is just opening the door, which is
Yeah.
just making it worse. Yeah, that shit was terrible.
I mean, I'm grateful that we have some great AC, here.
yeah, our AC now is fucking busting,
Sometimes it
so
gets
that shit
too
fire.
cold and we start complaining that everyone's
Yeah, but
starting
that's a great
freezing
problem,
up.
though.
freeze it up,
Shit, but that's a
yeah.
great problem right there.
I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it's been a long process, and at the end of the day, I mean, of course, I put a lot of work into it, but I don't give it to myself. I give it to the community around me and to everyone around me that supported it. You know, Hugo and
Yeah.
everyone that's been around to make this shit possible. You know what I mean? I've always given 110% back, and I'm always going to continue to do that. And I want to make sure that we can do that with this podcast, and we can, you
Yep.
know what I mean? Just
Most
keep
definitely.
growing that image. You know?
Most definitely.
So you said that you were sponsored, right?
Yeah.
As a skater, if you want to touch a little bit on that.
Yeah, so I actually had a photo in Thrasher magazine. I don't
That's
know if you ever
crazy.
heard of Thrasher magazine.
Yeah, bro, that's the
but
biggest
I had a
fucking
photo
skate
in
magazine
Thrasher
ever,
back
yeah.
in the day, yeah. And I used to do like skateboarding events. I used to do I was sponsored by Surf Ride from Oceanside.
Nice.
And I was sponsored by Pig Wheels, but I was doing skate events.
Shout out them.
Yeah, hella, yeah, shout out Surf Ride. I actually never really quit. I kind of just like stopped going, unfortunately. I just kind of got busy with the music and running the studio and shit. You know, I can only do so much, but I still skate, just not as much. But yeah, that shit was fun, man. I loved it, you know.
If you pop out and check his tape that he dropped earlier this year, some of the Spotify canvases are actually him skating around.
Yeah, no one
Nice.
really knows that, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually true. If you listen to my Dream tape, I think I got like 2 or 3 songs on there, and the Spotify canvases, it just looks like someone with a hoodie doing tricks. That's
Yeah.
actually me.
Let us know if you know where those locations are.
Yeah,
So the skate community,
I think it shaped who I am.
nice.
You know what I mean? I think it shaped like who I am, just as like an over-encompassing, like welcoming human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like skating is like a really open, welcoming, like it's just a really big community, and everyone skates.
So
You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure that you've been to Rincon.
Yeah, hell, I seen they just did the
bro,
X Games
yeah, they
there.
just did the X
That
Games there
shit
off
was
the
crazy.
Big Four. That's
Yeah.
crazy, right?
That was I've actually done an airwalk down that stair set back
really?
in the day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But like,
That's scary as fuck.
I used to skate that shit.
That's low-key
bro.
like 10 stairs, 12 stairs, 12.
Jeez.
God damn.
Yeah, bro. Back in
Yeah,
the
fuck
day,
12.
I used to skate that shit, bro. But yeah, that's crazy. They just did the X Games there, and they had all the skate legends
Bro,
there, bro.
yeah,
that shit was
packed
so
too. It
cool.
was super dope.
Yeah, that shit was badass. That
Yeah,
was,
that's sick.
I think that was the first time they did a professional skateboarding event in North County. Like,
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, the only other time I think they've done it is in Bob Burnquist's house in Vista.
Isn't
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe I'm wrong about this, but isn't Tony Hawk's like house in Carlsbad or something
Carlsbad,
like that? Carlsbad.
but they don't do like X. They did an actual X Games
Yeah,
live
that's true.
event.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I
true.
mean? Like there was real life, like tens of thousands, 20,000 people
Yeah.
watching that worldwide, and that
Yeah.
shit was in Escondido. That
Yeah.
shit was
Crazy.
15,
Yeah, right down the
20
block.
minutes from here.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Like I grew up skate like my old skate videos on YouTube. You could look it up. It's called Jakey P Footy. That's what the homie
wait,
called me.
what's
I've
it
never
called?
seen
Jakey P Footy.
Okay.
Jake.
Because
Okay.
I
footy
don't know
was
how to
like
spell that.
footage, but the homies used to call me Jakey P back in the day. It was
Okay.
just a random nickname.
Dang.
But
Nice.
yeah, bro, like that shit. All my tricks are at that ditch right down the street from Rincon, bro. Like I
Jeez,
was
that's
just skating
right.
right there all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and to see that shit on the TV now, that shit was
Yeah.
real, bro. That shit was really
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Oh man, like I remember, I think it was 2012 around there. My brother was a huge skateboard,
Okay.
dude too, and I tried my best to to keep up, but I ended up being the camera guy
Yeah,
because I just wasn't, like it just wasn't flicking. You
yeah,
feel
that
me?
kind of
Like,
happened to every skater that was like good, but he didn't really have the tricks like that. He kind of just became, but he was like he would still have to be good because you had to skate with
Oh,
them
yeah,
as
yeah,
they were
exactly,
filming and
yeah.
shit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
being
Yeah.
the camera guy was not easy. Like don't get
not
me
at
wrong.
all, not at all.
But that definitely happened to the people that like, oh, like I'm working even on my sponsor tape. It was like, fuck it, I'm gonna film it then.
Yeah.
I think that there's a movie, what's it called? Street Life or what's
Street
that?
League? Or, you're right.
With,
Street Life.
with Paul Rodriguez?
Yeah, Paul Rodriguez. It's Street Dreams.
Street Dreams.
Street Dreams. Rob Dyrdek made that movie,
That's
bro.
crazy,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, no, that's legendary, bro. I grew up watching that shit, man.
It's hilarious because in that movie, fucking Rob is the fucking villain, pretty much.
Right?
Like, he's a dick.
He's such an
huge
asshole,
fucking
bro.
douchebag.
And he's actually a cool person. But watching that, I'm like, bro, I fucking hate this
Hey, bro,
guy.
could play the part though.
Like,
I really hated him for for those 2 hours right there.
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Man, that's a classic movie. If y'all haven't seen that and y'all want to watch an old skate movie, watch Street Dreams.
Street Dreams, okay.
Yeah, Paul Rodriguez. I mean, his dad was a professional actor, but these are all like skateboarders that have been. They've done so much for the community and so much for just skateboarding in general. Like a lot in like the skateboarding and the music community all like collides. Like when you really think about it, like think about like Lil Wayne right now. Like Lil Wayne actually just got sponsored and did his first professional skateboard. Do you guys know that?
I did not.
Yeah, like I think maybe just 2 to 3 months ago, Lil Wayne just dropped his first professional skateboard.
What's crazy is how Rob Dyrdek just like totally took the game and flipped it and just made that shit his bitch.
Yeah, no,
like,
for sure.
Like literally, bro.
No, he molded it and he worked it to himself.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's a good way of using the business and using the powers that are bigger than you and figuring out a way that it works for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was actually watching a video on that the other day because he just started his own podcast. I don't know if you guys seen that. Yeah, Rob Dyrdek just started his own podcast.
You were telling me about that.
Yeah, and in that podcast he talked about how he leveraged all his DC deal and his Alien Workshop deals into the MTV deal because he was cross promoting those brands on TV, and now those brands are now going up on a whole different level.
Yeah.
Like he was really able to use the powers that were bigger than him and made it work for him to where now he's really one of the biggest TV presence, like,
for sure.
I mean,
to be around,
like, bro guy got the whole MTV on his back.
I'm saying, like, how many times
you turn on
gone?
MTV?
I was just about to say that shit.
And it's fucking ridiculous.
Always
it's
on,
a new episode
bro.
every time. I
I'm
swear.
not gonna lie, it's almost annoying how much it's on.
Yeah,
but
it's
it
funny
goes
at
to
least.
show how legendary bro really is. Like,
so he started off with Robin Big, and then he did the Fantasy Factory, and now Ridiculousness. That's crazy.
Yeah, no,
that's it.
I feel like Ridiculousness was like the start of like reaction videos too. Like now you see it in the community of like YouTube. Is like,
bro. You know what? Yeah, I think you're right.
Like,
I think you're right.
of, like, other video because it's the easiest form of content to create, to be honest. I'm not trying to knock what he's doing, but like, you know, he kind of started this new wave of like reaction videos, and now people are doing it for gaming, for sports, for music, for everything like that. They just sit down, they watch, they give their feedback, and it's about curating. Like the world of curating is so important because there's so much content out there online. So much content. And so like what Ridiculousness did and other channels started doing too is like they went through and they picked their favorite shit and they put it together and gave it to you in a better form. You know?
I think they've done like 24 some seasons.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
bro.
Yeah,
like they've really been around for like I know they've at least done 16. Like they're in that range.
It's
like,
probably more.
No, I think it's 20.
What I think is hilarious is how Snow West Coast is kind of a big star on that show.
Yeah.
That laugh.
No, for sure.
It's just so contagious.
She's one of the biggest, you know, that's just crazy. But yeah,
let's circle back to
I was just about to say, I do want to circle back to what we got going on here. So yeah, you know, here at Soul ShakeDown, we are also a studio. If y'all don't know, if you're all here just tuning in for the first time, behind these cameras, we do have a studio room, and then across the hall we have 2 other studio rooms as well. And that's really how this all started, was just music and just building a community through music and running these shows like Hugo's doing right now, and just starting and I'm really excited to have this podcast because now we can start doing interviews. Most like definitely. Soon I want to have I definitely want to have 22 G-Fay on here soon. We're definitely gonna have Sethi Schmack on here soon. I want to get Lil Maru on here.
Flashy B for sure.
Yeah, Flashy B, Lil Flashy, they're gonna be in here real soon. And then we're gonna have interviews with them, and then we're gonna start doing live performances too, right in the lobby. So next episode we're gonna have a live performance for you guys all to see. I'm gonna let you guys know who that artist is soon. Really
leave in the comments who you want to see too.
Yeah, let's see in the comments
who you want to see perform, who do you want to see interviewed, like questions you have for those artists as well, because that's gonna help us like do our job and make the best podcast possible.
Yeah, no, we need that. We definitely need you guys' input. You know, so I definitely want to keep if you guys ever have an opinion, or if you guys ever have a standpoint, or if you guys want us to talk about a subject that we're not hitting yet, I want you guys to feel free to let us know. Hit us in the comments, hit us in the DM, you know, Soul ShakeDown Studios and everything. Just let us know what you guys are thinking, and we're gonna make it happen. We're really here for the community, and we're really here just to make it happen for everyone, so everyone can win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a mutual neutral zone where everyone can feel free to further careers. That's all that it's about. You know what I mean?
I think that's the biggest part of like Soul ShakeDown is like we're trying to further everyone's career.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if you're a graphic designer, a photographer, a musician, a producer. Like
but we're not holding up game over here. You know what I'm saying?
Game is like being held back. Like it's always open knowledge.
Yep. And if anyone ever has any questions too when it comes to like distribution, you know, music videos, anyone's trying to get on a show, you know, at Hugo Deluxe, hit him up. You know what I mean? This guy runs, been doing his shows all North County right now. Been doing his thing.
Yes. Soon I'm gonna branch off to San Diego and to LA, and then soon it's gonna be out of state too. You know, slowly but surely. But kind of touching back on you, Jacob, I'm kind of curious, you know, and I have a question.
Yeah, for sure.
So you said that you started making music 14 years ago. You said.
Yeah.
So when did you start mixing?
Damn. So like when I was like 17 and I was in the band. Excuse me. I was in Pro Tools and stuff, and I was like sitting in the studio watching the engineers work, and I was learning, but I wasn't really doing anything yet. You know what I mean? I wasn't super hands-on yet. I don't think I really started mixing until like the garage, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I think
so
that's
that was
why
maybe like
I was charging so little.
Like 4 years ago, maybe 5, maybe.
Yeah, maybe almost 6.
Goddamn,
like, yeah, 5 to yeah. But probably only been like really mixing like that for 5 to 6 years. Yeah, and then after that, I just switched on to, you know what I mean, just expanding and just building more, but. Yeah, I was on Pro Tools a little bit before then, and then I really only been like reiterated to Pro Tools for probably about 4 years now. But the people who we have around us and the people who we have next to us, like we had a studio in Miami, one of Costello's guys, you know what I mean? And they actually shot us one of the templates we use right now, and they've actually been helping us out a lot of the way. You know what I mean? They've been a huge shout out Playback Studios. I definitely want to give them shout out Playback Studios.
Making North County's music sound good.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, at first me and Costello really didn't know shit, and we was just picking up Pro Tools again. I mean, I knew a little bit, but like.
Were you guys recording in Ableton?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was running sessions in Ableton.
Up until here, or
for years,
Dang.
bro. Yes.
Okay.
For years, running sessions in Ableton, bro, and then. We finally got Pro Tools, and they gave us our first Pro Tools template, and in that template they recorded Lil Wayne, Pitbull.
Sheesh.
They recorded big artists in that template, and then we used that, and we took the plugins from it, and we, you know what I mean, put our own plugins in it, and we juiced it up and put our own spin on it, of course, and made our own, but But I mean, without them, you know, giving us that initial template that had, you know what I mean, that going on, then I mean, shit, it would have been hard to get the sound that we have right now. You know what I mean? So I definitely
shit, bro. That's actually crazy to hear, because right now you're like probably one of the top 5 like fucking, you know, mixers out here in North County.
Top 2%, right? Or 5%?
5%.
5%.
Yeah, mixing and mastering.
Top 5% in the world, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Flowers for that.
I appreciate it, man.
Flowers for that.
Yeah, no, we trying to go up. I definitely I got my second million recently on a track that I mastered actually recently. So I want to shout out Bishop Snow.
Yeah.
Let's go,
on
Bishop.
a Bishop Snow track, The Truth.
Yeah.
That shit just hit 1 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's already it's approaching 2 million, and that's without Apple Music.
Jeez.
It just hit 1 million on my
yeah.
So we on our way. But Bishop Snow been going up, man. You know what I mean? Hopefully we're gonna he's actually gonna be one of our guest hosts here soon.
Nice. Hell yeah, bro.
So hopefully we'll have him on one of our next episodes.
I think he'll give some good perspective, I think.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, man, the growth with him is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. No, I met him when you and me were roommates.
Yeah.
And that fool came to our crib.
Bro.
Like, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah,
you know what I
back
mean?
then, like when he used to drink like that, because we were always drinking with
for real.
cousin also, Lucky, you know?
Yep.
And that was our thing, you know, just like hit the bar and get faded and shit. And he would always say, you know, like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna rap soon. I'm like, bro, do it.
Yeah.
Then bro did it and he blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like literally, like type shit, bro. It was crazy.
It's crazy to think about, you know, just like how, you know, I mean, it's really just been like the same people, but just how the tides have changed. You know what I mean? But like, it's good to see, you know, especially everyone in this room and everyone in the collective just on their wave right now. Like, you've been doing your shit. Everyone's been pushing their own, you know what I mean? Bryce has been doing his thing, you know what I mean? Pushing the music videos and shit. Like, we've really been all trying to push our own lane right now, and then we can still come together and do this shit. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see this shit to flourish more.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so I was asking, so when did your like producer journey start?
Yeah, bro. So that actually started like in the band. I was starting out band ideas. Like, I was literally actually like making song ideas. I wasn't even making beats yet. Like, I was literally, because I would play all the instruments, but I would try to explain to the band what I wanted each one to sound like. So
reference track.
Exactly, a reference track. Yeah. So instead of me going around like saying like, oh, this is what I want the guitar to sound like, this is what I want the bass to sound like, this is what I want the drums to sound like, you know, I was literally just making that reference track and then like explaining that to them and then showing that to them. And it was a lot easier than me actually playing all the instruments and shit. And then I was writing the lyrics and all that. But then eventually we started doing the studio. You know what I mean? I think before that, I was going to the homies' house to make beats too.
Nice.
Before I even had a computer, I would pull up to the homie's crib with my guitar and with my bass. I would pull up to Cody's crib.
Really?
Cody Schweibel.
That's right.
King Cody, bro. Shout out Cody. And I would literally pull up to Cody's crib and I would make beats on bro's computer before I had my own shit.
That's fire.
And then, bro, it's actually crazy now that I'm thinking about it, because I didn't buy my first computer. Taylor McKay gave it to me. Shout out Taylor McKay.
Hell yeah.
But bro, if bro never gave me a laptop, I wouldn't make beats. Like, being honest with you, like I was going to the homie's crib making beats, and I was in a
big
band.
Shout out to them then, for real.
You know what I mean? And like, he gave me that Mac computer that I still have. It was like a 03 Mac.
We need to put it in like a frame or something.
Yeah, it's one of those brick Macs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, put a glass container around it.
Yeah, for real though.
And in case of emergency.
And if bro didn't give me that, I don't think I would have ever started making beats for real.
Nice.
Like, and then after he gave me that shit, damn, I think I got so addicted to it. I think I stopped skating for like 2 weeks straight, bro. And I just was like,
that's dedication right there,
beat.
bro.
So it was just music. I got so addicted because, I mean, I had a really like weird range of music I was listening to. As like, even in middle school, I was going from like Keek to Sneak to like AC/DC.
Okay.
Andre Nicotina, Mac Dre to like The Offspring, and like, you know what I mean? Like the Eagles. Like, you know what I mean? I was listening to literally everything. So like, I never really had like a oh, that's trash, or oh, you know what I mean? Like, I was really open to all different types of music, and I think that made it easier too.
What program did you start off using?
Full GarageBand. Full GarageBand. You know what I mean? Like, GarageBand and then Logic, because Logic was the most similar to GarageBand, and that's what the homie's computer had, because I didn't have shit. And then after that, once I got my own computer, I was still using GarageBand, but I bought this one piece of equipment from Guitar Center, and it came with a free Ableton trial.
Fire.
And that's how I got on Ableton.
Nice.
Was this piece of equipment came with a free Ableton Lite trial, and I did it, and I'm like, yo, this is hard.
Fire.
And I'm like, oh, I could do some shit in here, you know. And then I ended up buying the full version of Ableton, and then I think I just got addicted. I think I just got so addicted. Like, within the first week or two, I was just glued to my computer. Like, I was just like, this is my life. And then I would just go out and go skate and listen to my beat. Whatever beats I made, I would listen to them on repeat.
Word.
And then the whole time I'm listening to them, I'm talking shit to myself, like, this shit's not mixed right, these drums aren't hitting. like I'm like this shit's not right, but it made me better.
Where do you have an experience with the MPC, like the
the finger drumming and shit? Because you know, back when I did my live performances, I used to do the drums like that.
That's right.
With the MPCs.
Yep.
So yeah, I used to do the live drumming just for live performing, because I would do the live looping or whatever, where I would do the guitar and then I'd play bass and then I'd play the drums or whatever.
Yeah, to be honest, bro, that like the whole experience of watching you like perform live is crazy, bro. It's like for something way different. And if you guys haven't seen it, I mean, stay tuned. Hopefully, bro could perform.
Yeah.
Like sometime
There's a few videos out there too.
No, I took them off YouTube.
Oh, never mind.
Goddamn.
You can't find them anymore. Never mind.
No, but that experience is crazy.
Nah,
I remember I went to one of your shows. I think it was a Boldy James one.
Oh yeah, I opened up for Boldy James and Alchemist.
That was crazy right there. That was a big show. Like there was a lot of people there.
Those are legendary in hip hop too, bro. In the hip hop community, if you don't really listen to the Griselda team or whatever, I mean, shout out them.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I actually got a song that came out with Benny recently too.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I got a song. Got another song with another Griselda member. I can't really speak on that one yet. That one's coming out soon.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, bro. I mean, open up for Boldy and Alchemist. That was crazy, bro. I mean, for me, boom bap is the reason why I make music.
Yeah.
Like I always say that. Like boom bap's the reason why I make hip hop. Like I was listening to Tribe Called Quest and all the old school boom bap shit before I really got into like anything else, just because it was just lyricism and it was just the jazz beats and just the smooth instrumentation. It was just
so kind of touching back on you performing. What was that process like? Because I remember that you were like laying down the beat and playing like after the beat was.
Yeah, so I would basically make a song live, but I would usually do like a 20-minute performance would be like 4 songs, but then I would make like a full instrumentation of it. So I'd play the guitar, make that a loop, and then I would play the drums, make that a loop.
Yeah, like right there on the spot.
Yeah, right there on the spot.
Yeah, that's dope.
And I would be picking one instrument up as I'm putting the other one down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fire.
And then eventually getting to the saxophone.
Yeah.
And then I think even at that show I had Morgan with me too.
Yeah, that's right.
So I had Morgan. She was singing and she was like rapping on top of the beats as I was making them too.
Yeah, she went crazy.
Yeah, it makes it even that much more interesting. So like of course I can always do the show myself, but I like having another artist out there with me.
It's nice. Yeah.
I think
it adds to it.
Yeah, it adds to it. It definitely adds to it.
If we can do that right here, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I need an artist that can freestyle though.
For sure.
Because I don't want to.
We have some.
Yeah.
We have some.
Because I'm not trying to like over practice it.
Yeah.
You know, it needs to be like my favorite art lives and dies in that moment. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that's like a weird statement to say, but it makes it more intimate.
Yeah, it's real.
Because only the people that were there are gonna see that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like only the people that were there in that moment are gonna live through that. So like that's why I like when live shows are different than the record. Some people don't like it, but I actually enjoy when the live shows are different than the record because it's like this show that I've seen lived and died in that moment. Unless someone got a recording of it, that's done. That was it. You know what I mean?
I might have a couple videos in the vault.
You know what I mean? And that shit's beautiful. And like as an artist, to be able to bring that to people and to be able to bring that to artists, like we really can bring people a special moment that they're not gonna be able to get anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like, and that shit's cool. And like I feel like being able to use that to your advantage and doing that every other show or something, doing something different, and like, all right, I'm gonna make this show different than the last because this show is gonna. It's gonna, you know what I mean? It's gonna make them want to come to the next one, and then the next show is gonna make them want to come to. And they're always different, and they're always evolving, and they're always changing because they're living and dying in that moment. I feel like it creates more intimacy with the artist and with the crowd as well.
Yeah,
you know
I feel like
you're giving them more heart.
That kind of ties into what Soul ShakeDown is all about as well. I feel like, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the whole point of here. Like, I mean, this place is my heart. You know what I mean? Like, this place is my
your baby. It's your baby.
Yeah, exactly. People walk in here, they're literally you know what I mean? Like, it feels like my heart. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, you know, as long as you can hold it like that, and as long as you have something that you actually care about, it's gonna bleed through it. Whether you can.
Yeah, but the progress is real, though. You feel me? Like, bro, you came a long way, and Bryce has came a long way too. Me and Bryce were actually like fucking roommates like for a while, and we both quit our jobs at the very same time, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Bro, super wild, bro. We were
so
like
stressful.
Fuck it, bro. Yes,
that's terrible. That's literally the worst.
As roommates,
bro. As roommates, we both quit our jobs like around the same time.
I was working at Best Buy.
Oh, you were working at Best Buy. That's right.
At Best Buy. I got all my. Working at Best Buy was the best way to get like some discounts on some camera equipment and whatnot, and just quitting.
Damn, I bet working at Best Buy was clutch. That's like almost me working at Guitar Center.
It really
right?
was.
Yeah.
I got some sweet deals.
Hell yeah, that's clutch.
They don't do the deals like that. They did back then. No.
Prices changed also as well.
I was getting like iPhone cables for like 25 cents. I was getting
what?
Yeah. I was getting like lenses for half off. It was easy. It was
That's
great.
fire. That's fire.
That's great.
I just want to give you guys one more thank you guys for coming to the podcast. You know what I mean? Checking us out. You know what I mean? That we're not really doing too much today, but we really just wanted to give you guys a little bit into what this podcast is going to be about, and what we're doing here. The next ones, we're going to have some really dope artists. We're going to have some really dope live performances for you guys. And we're going to try to give you guys something new every single time you guys come to the show. So I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
You guys have anything else you guys want to say before we close out?
Shit, bro. Well, I mean, tap in with Soul ShakeDown if y'all need that, that work done, that professional level type shit. Shit, tap in with the team, man.
We do it all here.
Yep.
Shout out 760.
Yeah, we got photographers, we got videographers, we got graphic designers.
All that.
We can work on your website.
Yeah, we got people that do cartoons. Whatever you guys need. You know what I mean? If you guys are an artist, you guys are a creative, you guys are a business, you guys need a commercial, you guys want to grow your business, you guys want to grow who you guys are, you guys want to grow your image, hit us up. We have someone that can do it for an affordable rate.
Most definitely.
We'll do it professional. I promise that.
Yeah.
I promise that.
Yeah,
sure.
Like a big emphasis on the professionalism.
Yep.
Big emphasis on that.
But yeah, at the end of the day, appreciate you guys for coming out. And until the next one, have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.
Yaramin.